Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto Online being unsurprisingly overtaken by hackers due to the game being available for free. We'll talk about what Rockstar could do, how they could respond to this, and a whole lot more. And we'll also be hearing from Rockstar Insider Tez Funds 2 on if Rockstar has actually done any hinting or teasing at the next update. All right, so this is actually something that I kind of predicted the other day when Rockstar made Grand Theft Auto 5 available for free on the Epic Games Store. I basically said there was going to be three outcomes to this. Number one is that the servers were just going to be completely overwhelmed. And that's actually something we saw. Really, since last Thursday, since the promotion began, it's really been hit or miss if you've been able to get on Grand Theft Auto Online. The servers have been very spotty, and even if you are able to get on, there's a chance that they could cut out in the middle of your session, which means that none of your progress is going to save. And many people have also had reports that they can't even access single-player things like the Rockstar editor. It's just been a nightmare with the large player count. And this is something that Rockstar even addressed on their Twitter page, so that happened. The next thing I said that was going to happen is it was going to be Noob City and that the game was going to look like it was 2013 again. That has happened. There have been lobbies filled with levels 1 through 10, and some people think this is a good thing. Others think this is a bad thing. I really don't have an opinion on it, but needless to say, there's a ton of noobs now in the game. And the third thing that I said was going to happen is the game was going to be overrun by modders and hackers. And it looks like after 3 or 4 days, that has started to happen as well. Anyone who wanted to mod and hack has finally completed the tutorial. They've gotten themselves into GTA Online free roam and are now able to do whatever they want. In fact, the other day, I saw this Kotaku article by Zach Zwiesen who said, hackers take full advantage of Grand Theft Auto Online going free. And this is what the article had to say. Grand Theft Auto Online on PC has always had a problem with hackers and modders, but the situation has gotten much worse after the game became free on the Epic Games Store last week. Over the weekend, PC servers have indeed become infested with all manner of modders and hackers. Many are disrupting public lobbies by doing things like spawning hundreds of large planes, crashing servers, or even trapping players in cages. And the article even linked a couple of screenshots that were found on the Grand Theft Auto Online Reddit, which I'll actually show you guys right now. This first one right here, you guys can see that someone is flying their buzzard up towards Palito Bay, and there are like 150 spawned cargo planes that are just like destroyed on the beach. And again, I don't know why these are spawned in. Clearly, that's not natural. This is not a runway at all. Probably someone did this in an attempt to crash another person's game or just spawn all the jets on them and it would explode into this massive fireball. I have no idea whoever spawned this in, what their intentions were, but it's clearly a glitch, most likely trying to ultimately crash your game. So that's the first example they provided. The next example they provided right here was this screenshot where random items and NPCs started spawning right on top of our GTA Online player. It looked like this. Those are basically clones of your character and, random items like briefcases and even alien eggs. And the person who recorded this was even like, WTF is going on here? So clearly it looks like they're a new player as well and have never just experienced this. And if you even look at the chat, you can see someone else looks like they are reporting some issues. The guy at the top said, WTF, my car just vanished. Sounds like either a mod or a glitch. And across online platforms like Reddit and Twitter, players are complaining about how many hackers are popping up in Grand Theft Auto Online. People saying, will GTA Online ever become normal again? There's like 2 to 3 modders in every session. I'm sick of it. Another person said, dude, every session on GTA Online PC I go into, there is a modder. And while hackers have always been a GTA Online annoyance, it seems like their numbers have drastically increased since the game became free. They also seem bolder and less concerned about bans. And honestly, that makes sense because if you pay for the game, whether it's $60 or $30, you've obviously invested something in there. And so if you get your account banned, you've essentially lost $60 or $30, however much you paid for it. However, if you get the game for free, let's say you get your account banned, literally no harm, no foul. In fact, I think you could technically just create another social club account and re-download the game for free, or if you create another Epic Games Store account. Again, I don't really know how that works. I've never had my account banned, and I haven't had my Epic Games Store account banned because I don't even have the game through that platform, but I'd imagine there's some easy workarounds to getting yourself another account. In fact, players are doing some incredibly insane things. A Reddit user, Impunto, shared an image of a giant mech which was made out of tanks and jets. And they even said this, well, I guess no one cares about getting banned anymore. And again, that's the theory, is that modders can just keep making new accounts to get more free copies of GTA Online. So getting banned doesn't cost them any money. And I think this is going to happen for at least the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll talk about this in a separate video, but the Epic Games Store promotion with GTA 5 is not going to last forever. And so because of that, eventually people will run out of free accounts that they can claim. Now, I still think at the end of the day, you're going to see a ton of modders and hackers, but at least eventually it will go down. Now, the article goes on to say some GTA Online players aren't even safe when they log off the game and go back to single player. Some modders and hackers can pester players who are still connected to Rockstar servers, even when playing GTA 5 single player. And understandably, some folks are not happy about how Rockstar Games is handling the situation. Some feel they should have been better prepared for this increase in modders and hackers, and it does seem wild after all these years, Rockstar still doesn't have better anti-cheat protections for one of the most popular online games in the world. And the article goes on to say, an end may be in sight. It is assumed that once the free game offer ends, the infestation of modders will dwindle. Eventually, as Rockstar bans and removes these players, the PC version of online should return to normal. As before, there will still be modders, but at least not dozens popping up in every session. Not great, in other words, but far better than the current state of GTA Online. So I am hopeful that over the next couple of weeks, this will honestly get better. And it kind of makes you wonder if this sort of thing is having any effect on the next update for online, which we are slowly getting closer to the longest wait period between updates in online. We are almost about to break that record if Rockstar keeps it going. Because remember, I think it was like December 11th when the Diamond Casino heist came out. So that was a long time ago. And obviously, we basically have no drip feed content left. And so many people are starting to look for hints and clues that Rockstar could be dropping in the game. And so we actually heard from insider TezFunds2 on this, who was responding to some people on the GTA forum site. So someone said, I do believe that due to the hype of the next DLC, players started noticing details related to the police that have been there for the longest. And he said exactly. Remember the time when Rockstar teased the casino DLC by adding construction props in front of it? I received lots of DMs on Twitter of people finding stuff that were there since the release and thinking they were some sort of hint towards future updates. So that basically saying, I know a lot of people are excited for what is up next, but it doesn't necessarily mean that every little thing you notice in-game has to do with Rockstar hinting towards the next update. It very easily could have been there from day one. And as a follow-up to that, another user said, any chance they could have hidden it in the new Gerald missions, or would it not make much sense trying to hide it in the missions? And he said, it's the latter. Even though it doesn't make sense, I looked up the Gerald missions on Social Club and I didn't find anything interesting. So that means that Rockstar haven't given us any hints as to what's coming up next so far, but rest assured if they do, insiders like TezFunds2 and other data miners will very easily be able to see this in the files because Rockstar have to make these changes via background updates, and those are things that are very easily recognizable when Rockstar change, like adding new cars to the Lucky Wheel. We always know what those are because Rockstar does them via background updates. So that's something I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on. And last but not least, from insider TezFunds2, he said Ron missions were either scrapped or planned to be the next set of new contact missions that arrives when we are like 2 or 3 months into the drip feed of the next update. The only hint we have is a new blip for Ron, while Gerald missions had more than that in the files. So I can imagine these Ron missions will just be similar to the Gerald missions. I'm sure they'll have like a theme or a backstory to them. The backstory to the Gerald missions is he's feeling heat from law enforcement. There looks to be an economic downturn in online. So it looks like it'll be very similar. I'm not sure what Ron's missions will ultimately be about, but TezFunds2 says they will likely be included in the summer update. If not, there's a chance we could possibly see them in a future update, or just never at all. They might be scrapped or cut content altogether. But that's really just something we will have to wait and see for. I'm not super excited about something like this, but it also doesn't sound like a terrible addition. New content is new content, and as long as they can make it exciting, I'll at least give it a try for one round. But I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What are your thoughts, opinions, and more on everything we discussed in this video today, like hackers taking over Grand Theft Auto Online and Rockstar dropping hints and clues for the next update? Let me know what you guys are thinking in those comments down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.